What happens when elegance fades, legacies are tested, and a world built on tradition begins to crumble? Downton Abbey 3 isn't just another period piece. It's the final bow to an era on the edge of transformation. From the moment we first stepped into the grandeur of Downton, the story has been shaped by real history. It began in the wake of the Titanic tragedy and unfolded across the landscape of World War I. So, it only feels fitting that this cinematic farewell would take place just as another global storm, World War II, is about to break. Ending the series in the late 1930s brings everything full circle. It offers not just a dramatic setting, but a powerful sense of closure, as the Crawleys and their household brace for the next seismic shift in history. While a new era gave us heartfelt goodbyes, especially to the legendary Lady Violet, played by Maggie Smith, it didn't close the door entirely. There's still more story to tell. Tom Branson has a new chapter of his own. He's married Lucy, and they've welcomed a baby, symbolizing a fresh generation rising as the old guard begins to step aside. And then there's Thomas Barrow, who left his post as butler, prompting Mr. Carson to come out of retirement and mentor Andy Parker. This change rekindles one of the show's deepest themes: tradition handed down through mentorship. But beyond the personal, the setting of the 1930s adds depth. The looming Great Depression and the rise of global tensions create a volatile backdrop. It's no longer just about social class, it's about survival. As the Crawleys navigate financial uncertainty, they may be forced to confront some harsh realities. Will they need to downsize the staff? Rent out parts of the estate? These are no longer just hypothetical questions. They could be the central conflicts of the film. Mary, ever pragmatic, might be willing to modernize to keep Downton alive. But Carson? He may cling tighter to the past. This clash between progress and preservation could define the emotional stakes. And what about those who've worked their way up from nothing? Someone like Daisy, who's carved a future from the kitchen hearth, could now fear she's slipping backward. Or Barrow. How does he fit into this new world? Economically, the UK felt the shockwaves of the American crash. Industries collapsed. Unemployment soared. Even the aristocracy wasn't immune. Downton Abbey might go from glittering dinner parties to agonizing choices about which wing to close. What does it even mean to be a lord or lady when you can't afford to run your own house? And yet, in crisis, there's opportunity. Characters like Tom Branson, with working-class sensibilities, might be the key to adapting. And Edith, with her thriving career in publishing, could step up in unexpected ways. It's also worth noting, this grand finale brings back most of the original cast. Hugh Bonneville, Elizabeth McGovern, and Imelda Staunton are all returning, anchoring the story with familiar faces. But there's also some excitement in the unexpected. Paul Giamatti returns as Harold Levinson, Cora's fun-loving American brother. His freewheeling energy might shake up the otherwise stiff upper lip atmosphere of the household. And while Matthew Goode couldn't reprise his role as Henry Talbot in A New Era, there's hope he'll appear in this last installment. Fans are also crossing fingers for Lily James to make a surprise return as Lady Rose, a missing piece many are eager to see again. The film's plot is still under wraps, but we do have a confirmed release date, September 12, 2025. That's over a year after filming wrapped in August 2024. The release strategy mirrors that of the original Downton Abbey film, which also debuted in September. Maybe fall is the perfect season for stories filled with reflection, nostalgia, and high drama. What makes this historical period so compelling is not just the financial ruin, it's the identity crisis it created. The Depression wasn't just about wealth disappearing, it was about people losing their place in society. That's where Downton Abbey thrives. It's not just about ballrooms and butlers, it's about the human cost of change. And this time, that cost could hit closer to home than ever before. Characters might have to evolve in ways they never expected. Status, pride, even love. Everything could be on the line. This final film has the chance to explore all of it. Shifting gender roles, collapsing financial systems, the quiet tension of a world on the brink of war. And through it all, what holds the story together is that sense of family, chosen and blood, trying to hold on to each other in a world that keeps changing. So as Downton Abbey 3 prepares to close the curtain, it's not just saying goodbye to a place. It's reflecting on everything the series has shown us. How time moves forward, how people adapt, and how some legacies refuse to fade quietly. If done right, this finale won't just wrap things up. It'll leave us all with one final, unforgettable moment inside those familiar halls. Thanks for watching. If you're excited for this final chapter, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be here with more updates and behind-the-scenes breakdowns as the release date approaches. Until then, keep the teacups polished, the secrets buried, and the Downton spirit alive.